It should be a pretty good show. We've got a lot of stuff set up. Of course, if you want to look at the cards or you want to look at the rankings, they'll be down in the description below. The links are there to the old spreadsheets. And we are good to go here then with NXT. Live from Worcester, Massachusetts, I believe. Oh, Elton John's here as well. I'm a big fan, Elton, of, I guess that's why they call it the Blues. It's a cracking song. Right, so this one, straight off the bat. So this is a #1 contendership for the UK Championship, currently held by Pete Dunne. Oh. Jay. That's your fault, Jay. Okay, it's not a #1 contendership then. Jay suggested this match and Pete Dunne's already the champion. Bloody Jay. Can't trust him, can you? Can't trust him. It was one of the matches on your suggestions, mate, that you sent through. You said these three in a United Kingdom Championship #1 contendership match. And I completely forgot who the champion was, so I just went along with you. Okay, we'll make it a standard triple threat. We'll see what goes on. If somebody pins Pete Dunne, you'd have to imagine they will become #1 contender anyway. Get her down. There should be a couple of good cards here tonight. The plan is, like I said, is to work our way all the way through until Saturday when we'll finish things off with the 2 pay-per-views. And Sunday, you guys can vote on... possibly, Jay. Yeah, unless, I say, if one of these 2 guys pin Pete Dunne, then I think that would probably make him #1 contenders pinning the champion. Maybe we can add someone else to the match, though. Maybe Walter versus Killian Dane to make it a triple threat at the pay-per-view, maybe? Thumbnail, thank you, Joseph. I had it still open, I just completely forgot. Wow, Riddle almost got a cheeky pin on Pete Dunne. So the moment in NXT, we already know at the pay-per-view, we are going to have... That's AEW, okay. We know at the pay-per-view already, we're going to have Johnny Gargano versus Shinsuke Nakamura. This is why I'm hoping that DIY get knocked out tonight, because I don't want Gargano having 2 matches at the pay-per-view, but I will accept it if it happens. It's out of my control. We also know we're going to have that Dusty Classic final, Imperium versus 3 other teams in a fatal 4-way elimination. Of course, we'll add 2 more teams to the semi-finals tonight. We already know we've got Mustache Mountain and American Alpha in the semis. We're going to add 2 more tonight and add 2 more next week as well. I'll say next week, I mean tomorrow. And apart from that, we're still building. I think the thing is with NXT is you've got 6 belts, so effectively 6 of the matches at the pay-per-view are going to be championship matches, which only leaves 1 more match for NXT to really be able to showcase other people that didn't get to the championship match, I suppose. I did, Jay, because you shared them like 18 times. I saw them. I've put a few in tonight. I'm going to also... I'm trying to break it up a little bit and do a few like #1 contenderships every show. So we'll add a few more in for the next 2 shows. And of course, if anyone else has any suggestions for NXT, drop them in the tab on the Discord. Also, in good news, Everton have beaten Leicester 2-0, which is fantastic. So Pete Dunne in control at the moment. I think if Pete Dunne wins this one, it's obviously a knock Thatcher and Matt Riddle out of this championship picture straight away. But if one of these 2 guys do manage to get a pin, Potentially on Dunn. If they get a pin on Dunn, I think they'll be number one contender instantly. If Dunn's not involved in the finish, we'll have to try and discuss that and see how it all pans out. Maybe that will give us a more contendership match for next time. Nice roll through there by Matt Riddle, locking Pete Dunne into the submission hold. Thatcher's across to break it up. So yeah, I've not watched a lot of NXT or NXT UK recently. Is Thatcher part of Imperium yet? I imagine he will be at some point because obviously he was part of Ring Camp, the stable and the independent scene, which Imperium seems to be a bit of a rip-off of, so I'm assuming he'll be there sooner or later. Ooh. Yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it, Jay, I think. If that does happen, we can either make them number one contender or we can give them another opportunity, maybe against Walter, to get that number one contendership. Pete Dunne with a cheeky pin on Matt Riddle. Only a 2 count. No Imperium connection, okay. Because obviously, like I said, the Ring Camp stable beforehand, Thatcher was part of that, so I wouldn't be surprised if he gets joined up with that at some point anyway. That's if they're moving Imperium permanently to NXT, or whether they're going to put them back in NXT UK when they like start working again. Yeah, Thatcher versus Lawkins is going to be a cracking match. Thatcher, nice shoulder block, flattening Matt Riddle. Wow, Leicester just scored the luckiest goal we've ever seen in their entire life. Literally, the Everton defender just booted it into the face of the Leicester striker and it went in. That is so lucky, it's unbelievable. Thatcher now stalking Matt Riddle. Locks in that armbar submission. If he can get this tap out, it's going to be a massive, massive win. Pete Dunne now there with a backdrop. I forgot about Alexander Wolfson there as well. So they've got 4 members at the moment, haven't they? I mean, they tend to like the number 4, don't they, WWE? 3s and 4s. It's not very often they go for a 5 stable, is it really? But I think it would be a cracking stable to go for. What's War Games is 4 and 4, isn't it? Yeah, we'll have to wait and see on that one then. What they plan to do in the future. Pete Dunne now with a pin on Matt Riddle. Everton is at home, Chloe. Oh, I don't know. I think New Generation. I think Angle versus Cena will probably be the better match. But Hogan versus Triple H might have more the fans with it because it's Hogan, maybe. I don't know. And there's the win for Pete Dunne, United Kingdom champion. Gets a strong, strong victory over 2 members that are real competitors in his division. And that's really going to push Pete Dunne in a strong position here, isn't it? I mean, he's already very high in the rankings anyway. But that is a really, really good victory for him. So it looks like neither Thatcher or Riddle are going to be involved in that United Kingdom Championship picture. So we'll have to rearrange something for next week by the looks of it. Maybe, Jay, you were right maybe with that match between Walter and Dragonovich, whatever his name is, or maybe Walter, Dragonovich and the other guy, Killian Dane. There's a shout. Killian Dane versus Walter confirmed. So there we go. Jay's already booked it in. Do you want to put Dragonovich, whatever his name is, in there as well, or just keep it as a one-on-one? Walter versus Dane. Walter versus Killian Dane. Right, another match then in the Dusty Classic. We are in Dragunov. That's his name, not Dragonovich. Dragunov. Ilja Dragunov. He's not on the roster, but I'm pretty sure he's a good one. I've seen it before. So tag team action, of course. This put you into the semi-final of the Dusty Classic. Jay's turned into, what's her name? The Norwich chairman. Delia Smith. Let's be having you. Yeah, it's a funny one, Chloe. I know Leicester's on lockdown, but apparently they've got a home game at the weekend and they're still allowed to play that. I think because they've all been tested, I think they're still allowing it to go ahead. Well, I ain't going there then, maybe. It's terrible. Where's my mouse? Look for the white mouse. I've got the wrong mouse. Yes. And that's always the argument, isn't it, Chloe, about whether they should be last. I mean, if they're tested, I don't know. It's a grey area, isn't it, really? Yeah, John Smith, you're right. Kick him in the face. Where are we? Analytics. Let's get the old analytics. We've added a new thing to the analytics now, which is quite cool, actually. It shows me how many people have subscribed during the stream as well. We gained 3 subscribers from our stream yesterday? Sunday. That's pretty cool. Which game's that, Marley Grant? Don't unsubscribe, John Smith. Just because I won't drink you. It's a tricky one online, I suppose. I mean, I watched a lot more Classic. I think that's a good way of describing New Generation, to be honest. I think that's the best way of describing Dragunov, or whatever his name is. Dragunov. They play like a Bond villain. So like I said, I'm hoping here for a War Raiders win, to be honest, because at the moment Gargano is the current NXT champion, so he's already booked in for a match at TakeOver to defend against Shinsuke Nakamura. I haven't seen it, Jay, to be honest. I know that's going to be not very popular. I did, Luca, but I think I'll have to read it again because I didn't absorb it. I wasn't a bit tired after the stream the other night. I didn't really absorb anything, to be honest. I'll have to read it again. And Worlds Collide. I've done a bit of work today, by the way, on Fiverr. I don't know if you've seen the website Fiverr advertised anywhere. So I'm getting a couple of things made because we have a channel member, which I'm not quite sure is. I don't know if you even need those as a member because I've never really seen him in a stream or anything. But thank you very much, by the way, for the channel member. But because we do have a channel member, I'm allowed to have 4 custom emojis in the stream, so I'm currently getting one made to see if I can figure out how it all works and how it's used. It doesn't cost me £9 to get one emoji made. So we're going to try that out soon. I'm also getting members badges as well. Again, just getting one for now to see how that goes. And if you become a member, you'll get a little badge next to your name and you'll be a different colour in chat. But again, yeah, I'm trying to figure that out at the moment. I've ordered one. I'll wait to see if it all works and how it works. It's cool to see. Tommaso Ciampa now boot in the gut, looking for Project Ciampa on Ray Monroe. And Gargano just completely no-sells everything to pop back up to his feet. And now, I thought he was going to go Gargano escape, but locks in a poor little armbar instead, really. Not very impressive armbar. Gargano now a row in the corner, up on the shoulders, looking for that lawn dart. And just when I'm hoping that War Raiders are going to win, DIY are just dominating, aren't they? That's the way. It's always the way. It's always against what I want to happen. Ciampa's lazy. He's just stood there doing bugger all, to be honest. So what I'm looking forward to at Fighter Fest tonight is the Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus versus Wardlow and MJF. That'd be quite interesting to see. I want to see some more of Wardlow in the ring, actually. He quite impressed me the other day in a lumberjack match against Luchasaurus. Is Ciampa bugged here? Because he doesn't seem to be moving at all. Ciampa's and Hansen's not moving either. This is now a singles match. Someone needs to do something here. I've just realised Hansen and Ciampa have not moved at all. I think possibly New Generation, it makes sense for them to drop the belts and then for the turn to happen, Omega on Page, and they can slowly build that up to All Out as one of their main matches. I think it definitely sounds like the right plan. However, I would have dropped the belts to the Bucks and then had the Bucks build up against Revival at All Out instead. I think it's fixed now. Is it fixed? Yeah, Ciampa's moving, which is good. I just need Hansen to get back up to his feet at the moment, but Hansen's still in all fours. This is 2-on-1 now. This is D out there. Yeah, that game bugged out hard there, didn't it? And it gifted DIY the victory. Disappointing. Disappointing, because it could have been a much better match, that, actually. But, I mean, it's fine. It works. What's Tommaso Ciampa's name? What is he bottom for? And then Rowe and Hansen. Really see any potential singles run for Hansen or Rowe? I mean, I know in Ring of Honor, Hansen had a shot at the championship, didn't he? So I'd be interested if that's something they might consider doing in WWE at some point. Rowan Hansen. Right, let's do that and do that. I mean, Hansen might not be a bad shout to go after the old North American Championship, to be honest. Drew Gulak versus Kyle O'Reilly. There we go. I'm just changing the rankings as we go along as well, so... Right. I don't know, I think it depends on some of them. I liked it in... I suppose it depends, though. In Ring of Honor, it's not really that strong, is it, really? I mean, I think Hansen's different. I think Hansen does have a pretty strong singles run in him, maybe, but I don't think WWE will have it. Well, they probably will do. Knowing Vince, he'll get them on the main roster, he'll split them up, and then he won't find anything for them to do, and then he'll probably just end up releasing them because he's got nothing for them to do. That's generally what he does anyway, isn't it, really? I do remember Hansen having a triple threat match, I think it was, the Ring of Honor Championship. I can't remember who it was against, to be honest, but... thing is with NXT, this roster's so strong, you don't need to do that, really. But Hansen does have some interesting singles matches he could have, just on the off chance, you know. Hansen versus Killian Dane would be terrible. I mean, this is an interesting one, this one. I mean, it's not really been mentioned as of yet, but Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish could both quite easily compete singles-wise in 205 Live, well, not 205 Live anymore, but for the Cruiserweight Championship. And even the pair of them suit the sort of, I suppose the UK Championship as well, don't they? So there's some possibilities there, isn't there, really? But yeah, I just saw, I saw both their names on the ranking sheet and thought, I fancy that, you know. I fancy these two going up against each other. And like you say, Jay, it would be a cracking match. Yeah, I mean, there's certain tag teams where, like the Bucks, I sort of always like to give the Bucks an opportunity to do something, but I never like to really... There's some tag teams that I see as exclusive and some that I see you could really work with. Like the Revival, I feel like always going to be a tag team no matter what, as are the Young Bucks and you know, Hardy Boys and the Dudley Boys. Bubba was alright, but Devon on his own was a disaster, wasn't he, really? Drew Gulak now send it. Nope. He gets a hold of Kyle O'Reilly, launches him. Painful looking that is. Let's see if this emoji might come through before the end of this video. Really. The guy said he's currently working on it. It'll be pretty cool once it's done. I hope it should be ready for tomorrow, to be honest. So we can try it out. Yeah, Devon was not great singles, was he? Really? I remember his Impact Television Championship run. Oh, God, it was painful to watch that was. I mean, the problem is that Bully Ray sort of evolved himself into a new character, whereas Devon just didn't really have much else to offer, did he? I think that's the thing with tag teams. You're either locked into a tag team for your entire career, or you can go singles, I suppose. Can you turn down the game? Turn down the in-game. Notice it's too loud. Okay, yeah. Is that better? Oh, you know what it is? Oh, bloody hell. So my microphone's pointing the wrong direction. No wonder it's quiet. I'm talking to the back of the microphone rather than the front of it. How stupid can you be? I'm very intelligent. I know what I'm doing. Just for letting me know that, Luke, that was a complete mess, that was. Literally, I've been talking to the back of the microphone the whole bloody time. That's guillotine locked in then by Kyle O'Reilly. Montez Ford's not a bad shout, yeah. Again, would Montez Ford be someone who would qualify for 205 Live? I'm not quite sure how tall he is, to be honest. He's quite a big lad, isn't he? Been a pretty good match so far, hasn't it, really? Pretty good match indeed. I'm looking to, by the way, if anyone's interested, I'm going to be re-uploading the Battle Riot over the weekend, just as the individual show. So that should be up on Saturday, I think, just in case you want to rewatch that. Yeah, Usos. I can't see either of the Usos ever going singles, to be honest, unless they're going to go on some sort of cheating run where they switch mid-match or something like that. Yeah, North American Championship is something we need to have a look at as well. Yeah, I saw that, Jay. I quite like that. We are the nation of domination. I don't think WWE would be allowed to do a nation of domination now, because it would be classed as like cultural appropriation and stuff like that, wouldn't it? It's a much more difficult world these days, isn't it? It's been a pretty good match so far. Both these guys are very good technical ability. Both really desperate to win this one. Kyle O'Reilly wants to step out of the shadows of the tag team division, while Drew Gulak wants to continue his run. Chapter 8 has just been uploaded onto Discord. That's the problem. But then again, like I said, I know a few of you have been having issues with dislikes, as have I the last few days as well. And it's not been too bad here. I've only had one, that's standard. I mean, one's understandable. When like 15 come through in the space of 10 seconds, there's some dodginess going on. But like I said, I wouldn't get too caught up on it. Like I said, a dislike is better than nothing. A dislike will help your video go higher up in the algorithm. So if you do get a dislike, don't take it to heart. Just keep going. Okay. Well, this is not something I've done. TJP here distracting Drew Gulak. Maybe we've just created our own Cruiserweight Championship picture here. I don't know, to be honest. Drew Gulak taking down Kyle O'Reilly. What TJP had to do with this, distracting Drew Gulak, I do not know, to be honest. Drew Gulak now locking in that reverse dragon sleeper hold. And there's the tap, and Drew Gulak gets an amazing win. I think so far that's the match of the night, if you ask me. It's been a very good match, that one. Drew Gulak getting the win over Kyle O'Reilly. Yeah, I mean, where do we see Drew Gulak from here then? And do we see anything coming from that TJ Perkins interference, or are we just going to forget about that? Do we put Drew Gulak up against TJP? Maybe Cruiserweight #1 contendership? I don't know, to be honest. And there we go. Great win here for Drew Gulak. Drew Gulak versus TJP next week. I think it makes sense. I can book that in. Let's move on then. Drew Gulak versus TJP. I mean, if Gulak was to win that as well, he'd definitely be in with a shot of going for something. Maybe Cruiserweight Championship could be his forte. TJP music. TJP's music distracts. Adam Cole versus Velveteen Dream. Drew Gulak mid-match. And Adam Cole was taking control then. Here comes Kevin Owens at the top of the ramp. Owens storming into the ring. Oh, boot straight in the gut of Adam Cole. Into the pop-up powerbomb. I mean, Adam Cole gets the win by DQ, but Kevin Owens has just destroyed him. Okay, well... yeah. Where do we stand on this one, then? Might I make a suggestion, maybe? What about next week? Main event? Kevin Owens, Adam Cole? Velveteen Dream, Triple Threat North American Championship #1 contendership? How's that sound? Because Kevin Owens has just attacked Adam Cole, but he's also cost Velveteen Dream the match. Okay. Well, let's keep moving on. That was much shorter than anticipated. Owens versus Adam Cole. Where are we? There's I lost my controller there for a second. Owens versus Adam Cole, last man standing. Keep meowing at me for. Yeah, we'll have the Gulak versus TJP match next week then, do you think? Just let that little storyline run. This, of course, is Fatal 4-Way Elimination. Well, Phantasma's the champion at the moment, so we want to try and obviously get the #1 contendership for him. Charlotte in on the neck breaker on Bayley, middle of the ring. Yeah, that'd be pretty good, wouldn't it? What are you doing? What? What do you want from me? Really? So the cat's just shouting at me. I forgot about Shane Strickland myself, to be honest. Is that first elimination? No, not quite. Of course, women's division is looking pretty interesting at the moment. Io Shirai is the champion. We're just having a couple of matches here to sort of build up. I mean, if somebody really takes control of this one, you'd have to put them in a very strong position. I forgot about Kushida as well, you know, actually. So, well, Kushida versus Phantasma would be really good because it would be one of the best cruiserweights from Mexico versus one of the best cruiserweights from Japan. I will do online, yeah, I'll read them both in between this and AEW. I'll be uploading this as an individual video in a few weeks' time, so I want to make sure that I don't, like, go too off schedule while we're during the actual show itself. I'm not sure, New Generation, because we had the conversation before, didn't we, previously, where we weren't going to allow Cody to fight for the championship, because that's what it is in real life. I do have both Cody and MJF in an opportunity in the show to get #1 contendership for TNT Championship. We're elevating the TNT belt up quite a bit at the moment. It's going to be very, very strong, I think. Okay, mate, Jay. Yeah, throw them in there and I can read them all at the end. And I mean, we'll only have a couple of shows left before the pay-per-view after this one, so we can sort of fill in the next 2 weeks. I've sort of been holding off at the moment to sort of react to what happens in the normal shows. Just in case if anything pops up we want to try and build upon. What do we think of this potential Kevin Owens, Adam Cole, Velveteen Dream, North American Championship #1 contendership? Are we liking that idea, or do we have other plans? What's that all about? Really cats. Run around like absolute mad. They're now sending Charlotte in. Oh, that's why she can spin to him, because it's just like hammering it down outside. To go that, it sort of explains the whole attack. Oh god, you're soaked. You're soaked, Kitty. Yeah, that sort of explains the attack away. Kevin Owens obviously attacked Adam Cole, but in the process also cost Velveteen Dream the match because Adam Cole wins by disqualification. So I'm assuming they both want to get their hands on Kevin Owens, really. So it works, and it gets North American Championship match sorted for the pay-per-view. Yeah, look, that sounds like a pretty good match to have at the pay-per-view, actually. If Velveteen gets the win, we can definitely use that as a bit of a feud match by the looks of it. North American #1 contendership. Owens, Adam Cole. I think Velveteen's days are numbered in NXT at the moment, aren't they, by the looks of it? Of course, he had all the stuff not long ago with explicit photographs being sent to underage people online, which I think he was given the benefit of the doubt for because his emails have been hacked. But now he's been involved in a car accident that was fully his fault as well. Yeah. These days could be numbered. Where's Charlotte? Has she been eliminated or is she just on the outside? There she is. I see that hand. No one's been eliminated yet, have they? So by the end of tonight, we're going to have... Right, so we need to cancel that off because that's not going to be that. Okay, so by the end of next week, we're going to have the UK Championship and North American Championship sorted. Tag Team Championships being done, NXT Championship's already been done. So we just need to define the #1 contenders for Cruiserweight and Women's next 2 episodes, I think. Or probably final episode, I don't know. We'll probably spread it out a little bit. Could be pretty good though. That's cool then, Jay. We'll use those. On the next shows, maybe. I know Joseph Jokoff is completely gone now. He's been fired. Banks eliminated... cheers for that, Jay. I wasn't paying attention. I was typing in. Sasha Banks eliminated Becky Lynch. Cheers for that, Jay. You know me so well. You know I wasn't paying attention. Neck breaker there by Charlotte. Yeah, it was announced yesterday, I think, Joseph. On the plus side, NXT UK is not shutting down, though. A couple of referees got a sack as well. And, of course, Jack Gallagher, Travis Banks, and El Ligero all gone already. Is he only suspended? I read today he'd been fired. Triple H said in the conference call yesterday. I might be wrong. Banks statement locked in here by Sasha Banks on Bayley. Will she tap? If she does, that's going to be Banks' second elimination in this match. No, she doesn't. It's a possibility, Jay, actually, yeah, as Charlotte steals the elimination over, wow, and then spears Sasha Banks straight off the bat as well. So I forgot how to talk there for a split second. I like that one for TakeOver potentially, Jay. I mean, like I said, I don't really want to use people that have not really been in NXT like long term. However, if it's just a one-off for TakeOver, I don't mind Rey Mysterio having like a one-off special appearance. I mean, I wouldn't want him to be there long term, but a one-off wouldn't be too much of a problem for me as long as everyone else is happy. Because it would be a little bit of advantage on AEW, of course, because they haven't got that luxury. Only a 2 count. Sasha almost eliminating Charlotte. So, of course, last episode we saw a victory for the team of Viper and Kaylee Ray over the team of Dakota Kai and Toni Storm. And tonight we're getting some pretty good action as well. Charlotte with a pin, and Charlotte gets the win over Sasha Banks, which puts Charlotte in a very strong position. And maybe to a point where we can look to take advantage of one of Jay's suggestions. Dominic wouldn't be a bad shout, yeah. Yeah, pretty good high flyers. Well, I know, Jay, you were suggesting a mid-month championship defense, didn't you? You suggested an Io Shirai versus Charlotte for the women's championship, maybe on the next episode. Is that something we want to go with, or do we want to save the championship match for the pay-per-view? I mean, she'll still defend the belt at the pay-per-view anyway, but are we going to get 2 women's championship defenses out of this month? That's the question for you guys. The moment Charlotte is top of the rankings, by the way, for this season and overall. You want the week before TakeOver, or do you want the next episode? If you do the next episode, we've then got another week to build up to the pay-per-view as well. It could be next episode's main event if you want it to be. Then we've got one more episode to build up to the pay-per-view for the next championship match. Right, here we go then. 2 big teams here. Authors of Pain versus Heavy Machinery in the Dusty Classic. The winners get DIY in the next round. Oh, here they come. It's happening. It's happening. The 6 dislikes have arrived. If that's none of you guys, then there's definitely something dodgy going on. I think we did, Jay. I think we had a triple threat. Did we have a triple threat last week? Yeah, Seth Rollins beat Kevin Owens and Tommaso Ciampa in a triple threat match. We have used Seth, but next episode's main event for the Women's Championship, I agree. I've already got the match, okay, let's move that down then. Next episode of NXT is looking really strong at the moment. AEW need to pull something out of the bag to keep up with this, I think. Because, like I said, the next episode of NXT is looking super, super strong. NXT Women's Championship. Knock that off. I never do Irish Rise. I think it's that. I mean, I know what it means. And there's a pin against Tucker. Not quite enough. Yes, Jay, because he won a triple threat last episode. So he got +2 for winning the triple threat. See, Seth's got some pretty interesting possible matches, hasn't he, as well, really? Seth's got some really good potential matches as Otis now... Wow. Akam or Razor, whichever one that is, just launched his opponent onto his own teammates, which is interesting. That's jawbreaker by Otis. Taking Akam or Razor up. I'm not sure which one it is. I don't know which one's which. One of them's got... I think that's Razor in the ring and Akam on the outside. I think. And Heavy Machinery get the win. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I was not expecting that, to be honest. I really thought that Authors of Pain might walk this, to be honest. But Heavy Machinery are the winners. And they move on to the next round. Wow. Okay. Okie dokie. Otis and Tucker. 2 more people I forgot to put into the rankings. Let's get them added in then. Otis, Tucker. I don't know, Tucker's already in here somewhere. So where's Otis? Otis must be in here as well then. So there's Tucker. How have I got Tucker and not Otis? Well, that makes no sense, does it? I've messed this rank up good and proper somehow, haven't I? Otis. Yeah, Otis wasn't in there, but Tucker was. I don't know how I pulled that one out of the bag, but I have. Okay. Well, hey-ho, things happen. There we go. Otis gets the win as well then. And there's losses for Akam and Razor. As we move on to... Is that our main event in the evening next? Tag team rankings, AOP with a loss. And Heavy Machinery the win. There we go. Rankings starting to take shape now. Let's go for the season rankings. There we go. So main event then, Extreme Rules, Andrade versus Ricochet. Last week, Ricochet got the win by count out. Because Andrade legged it. This week, Andrade can't leg it. It's falls count anywhere. No disqualifications, no count outs. There must be a winner. Sounds like a good shout, actually, Jay. I like that. We could do that. Yeah, I like that, mate. We'll do that. We'll put another North American Championship match on the final week. Yeah, we'll pencil that match in as well. I think that's a good shout. So where are we? So episode 4, we want another North American Championship qualifier between Seth Rollins, Samoa Joe, and... Oh, just Seth Rollins and Samoa Joe, yeah, okay. Anybody else that jumps out? Seth Rollins. No, I don't know why that's wrong. Okay. Yeah, so Seth's on +2. We've also got Karrion Kroos is there if you want to throw him in there maybe, or just keep that as a one-on-one. So we will put that in now for next, or not next week, the week after. And then we're going to have lots and lots and lots of championship matches, haven't we? So many championship matches. It's taken there by Andrade. So we've got that, so that's going to be North American Championship. I'm just trying to get everything sorted now for the pay-per-view, because we're getting to that point in the month, aren't we? North American Championship. Oh, that was wrong. Nope, that's still wrong. NXT UK Championship. Okay, we've got that penciled in now. Got the NXT Women's Championship. Okey-doke. Then we've also got the... Let's see, I've won the Cruiserweight Championship. Cruiserweight Championship. Okay. So that's the card sort of penciled, as much as it can be, in for TakeOver. We're starting to get to a point now we can sort of build a pretty good looking card, I think. So we've got Ricochet versus versus Andrade. And just a special feature match, nothing to that one. Okay, we're penciled. We are penciled. Where are we now then? I was alright today, Alex. I'm a bit tired out, to be honest. I'm knackered today. I don't know what it is. I'm all tuckered out. Doing lots of counting today. It bores me out a bit, I think. Bruno Fernandez is the next Adam Johnson. That's terrible. That is terrible. Joe, we haven't got any space for Cruz versus Balor versus Damien at the pay-per-view because we've just you've got 6 championships, which leaves a 1 free match, which at the moment is Ricochet, Rey Mysterio, Andrade. They're not impressed at the moment, Alex, to be honest. The door's open, they want to go outside, but it's raining really heavily. Okay, Jace, we're getting rid of Ricochet, Rey Mysterio, and Andrade and replacing it with Finn Balor, Damian Priest, and Karrion Kroos, yeah? I don't mind doing that. What I'm going to do, Lucha, is if you look at the spreadsheets now, what I've got is I've got a seasons rankings and an overall ranking. So they'll keep the overall ranking, and then we'll also have the season ranking to go from long term as well. So there'll be a separate rankings for each season, but we'll always have the overall of everything on top. So you'll have both essentially, yeah. It's amazing, isn't it? It's a falls count anywhere, and they're not even leaving the ring. They're never leaving the ring. Ricochet for an Andrade into the corner. Ricochet with the snap there. Yes, Ian, yeah, we just finished off. This is the main event of NXT now. Then we'll move on to AEW. I mean, NXT's done pretty well tonight. They've had a pretty strong card. So AEW's got their work cut out to keep up. Yeah, a few Aleister Black. That could work. I don't know, Karrion Kroos is one of those guys. I still, in my mind, I mean, he's a good guy to have around, but I can't really see in my mind what to do with him either, to be honest. But it looks like they're just going to throw him straight into the NXT Championship picture. Oh, sorry, Karrion Kross. I keep getting told off for that. Karrion Kross. Finn Balor and Damian Priest. Okay, there we go. Yeah, but that many suggestions in New Generation. What suggestions do you put in? I can't see any in here, mate, at all. Where's your AEW suggestions in the Discord? Oh, the third row. Okay, my bad, the third row. I did not see that. I have taken them on board. Some of them are not possible. I think we need to try and did the same thing with NXT as well. We got we don't want to have too many tournaments going in one go. I think we discussed about the TNT Championship, but it's not really worth having a TNT Championship tournament when every single week is TNT Championships fought for anyway. Andrade Almas gets the victory. That makes them 1-1, that does, actually. So Ricochet picks up the loss, Andrade with the win. There we go. Also, look at the women's division as well. I mean, I know you two had a conversation about the women's division, which is why I made the qualifying matches to fight for the championship at the pay-per-view. I've dropped Jimmy Havoc off the roster because obviously, well, for obvious reasons, Jimmy Havoc's not on the roster. We did Luchasaurus versus Scorpio Sky for the TNT Championship last week. I said last week, yesterday, I mean. And there we go. Boom.